the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. Luck on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. From the red zone now, Locke. Forced out to his left. And he fends him off. That is caught at the 7. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 5 at the 4. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Able to get away, being chased out left. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. As they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Luck on third and goal. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback. But as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Let's go! Green, 39! Green, 39! Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Hot! Hot!
After the interception, here's Darnold. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Gone! 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 Over!
On first and 10, Darnold. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gone, 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 gone. Detroit, Detroit. Hot, hot.
Darnold now to throw. He's going to air one out. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now third down. Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Hot.
A final shot before the break, Darnold. And he's got a moonwalk. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Skirts by him at the 35. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one 28 yards on the ground.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach, because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Here's Darnold. Man open left side. It's Williams. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. It'll buy some time right. That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 2-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Isaiah Crowell with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Mack. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Just beating the play clock is locked. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. So his third field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these threes into sixes.
And sevens, and probably even eights. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
And New York set to take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They begin with a run by Corral. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
On second down, Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that takes us from second to third down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Green 39! Green 39! Watch it now, Barney!
Play action. It's Darnold. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. Back now here on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Locke. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. from the gun. Here's Love. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Chester Rogers, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Spinning away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
It's caught on the left side by Kurz. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Here's Darnold. Dumps off to Powell. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 3rd down, that's Powell, and he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Crowell. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now a handoff to Crowell. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Darnold. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
When the Colts were contending for Super Bowls, they were extremely fast on defense. Like to have guys who could come off the edge and get to quarterbacks and guys who could run down ball carriers. And Darius Leonard from South Carolina State, he fits the bill on all counts. In fact, before the draft, I comped him to Telvin Smith, the outside linebacker of the Jacksonville Jaguars, for his ability to run and hit.
Now Darnold going underneath for Crowell. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They run for it. Here's Powell. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st.
Leopard!
from Virginia State, Trenton Cannon. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Detroit!
Here's Darnold now on second down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll try to run for it with Crowell. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Back to throw. Ebron caught left side. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. He'll look to throw. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. And an alley to run. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll look to throw. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. A gritty play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a first. Now it's Luck. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Detroit! Gun! Over!
A first down carry now for Crowell. And he's got room. And all the way down to the 42. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Jets, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Minnesota Vikings come to town. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.